Once you accept the responsibility to improve your behaviour, you need to assess your ethical strengths and weaknesses. You can try to self-assess, and you can seek feedback and constructive criticism. Additionally, you can find a role model, someone whose behaviour you aspire to emulate. Once you've committed to determining how to remain ethical and perhaps become more ethical, you must also consider how you will identify and challenge unethical behaviour in others. This is clearly not straightforward and is related to our next entrepreneurial behaviour, D, dare to take risks. Dare you challenge unethical behaviour, even if it brings the potential risk of negative consequences for you? How can you hold colleagues to account? What on earth do you do if it is your boss whose behaviour is the problem? You're on stronger ground if the undesirable behaviour contravenes company policy. There will normally be procedures by which such behaviour can be reported, for example, discrimination on the grounds of race, gender, or sexuality. The expectation is that the problematic behaviour will be considered and an appropriate decision taken. However, a lack of confidence about the outcomes of such procedures can prevent people coming forward in the first place. They don't want to invoke a procedure that might lead to inaction or cause them further problems. Indeed, they may be anxious whether people will find out that they've been brave enough to make a report. They will worry how colleagues will react once their action is more widely known. That is why companies in some countries are required by law to have whistleblowing procedures. This allows a complainant to report any illegal or improper behaviours while protecting their own anonymity. In some territories, a company may also be obliged to publish their whistleblowing procedure and be able to demonstrate that the procedure is known to staff and that it is operating effectively. It's more difficult to speak up if unethical behaviour is accepted as part of the culture of an organisation or a country. Firstly, you can try to avoid dealing with corrupt people. Secondly, you can make sure you don't use the existence of unethical practices to give yourself an excuse or permission to act in a similar way. You need to mind the gap between ethical and unethical behaviours and be seen to do the right thing. In turn, your actions may inspire other people to also ensure that they behave more ethically. The question to consider is, can you be a role model for ethical behaviour?